Brussels has threatened to walk away from Brexit trade talks if Downing Street rips up the Irish border pact as a trade row broke out between the two sides. In an furious outburst, top bureaucrats signaled they were ready to quit the negotiations unless Boris Johnson univocally agreed to implement a series of checks on trade between Great Britain and Northern Ireland. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said honoring the withdrawal agreement signed last year is a prerequisite for a free trade agreement. And Michel Barnier, her chief negotiator, was said to be ready to storm out of this week's crunch round of talks unless he is given sufficient promises by number 10 over the implementation of the Northern Ireland Protocol. With tensions on a knife edge, astonished European sources blasted the Prime Minister for pursuing a North Korea-style deal with the bloc. In a warning to Britain, Mrs. von der Leyen said, "I trust the British government to implement the withdrawal agreement, an obligation under international law and a prerequisite for any future partnership." Mr. Barnier is in London this week for make or break talks with Lord Frost as wrangling over a trade deal enters its final stages. Ahead of the talks, the Frenchman said, "This protocol is a condition for preserving peace and for protecting the integrity of the single market. It's also a precondition for confidence between us because everything that has been signed in the past must be respected." The uproar came after it emerged Mr. Johnson was planning to overwrite large chunks of the divorce deal he signed with Brussels last October in order to water down the number of checks between Britain and Northern Ireland. Mr. Barnier's spokesman suggested the Brussels diplomat will walk away from talks if the UK doesn't live up to its commitments. While we are determined to reach an agreement with the UK, the EU will be ready in the event of a no-deal scenario to trade with the UK on World Trade Organization terms as of January 1, the spokesman said. The full implementation of the withdrawal agreement, and in particular the Protocol on Ireland and Northern Ireland are essentially and are legal obligations under international law.